What's up, everyone? This is NmMindstorm here today, and I will be showing all of you how to make a fantabulous octagon on Microsoft Paint. It is going to be 100% exact. So actually, I am going to create a new file. Now, we want to zoom in to about this much. And the reason I'm, first of all, making this video is because many of you will notice how there is no octagon tool in Microsoft Paint. Yeah, sure, there's a hexagon, so cool, perfect. Maybe it's not perfect, but whatever. It's a hexagon, but there's no octagon tool. So I'm going to show you how to make one. You can download a picture from the internet, but that is boring. I think we all know that. So I'm going to do it the real way. So first, what we want to do is take a line, any random line, and you can see there how this line is in fact the perfect line. There's nothing about it that is bad. It is a perfect line, and actually we want to duplicate this perfect line. Paste. Oh gosh, paste. Okay, so next thing we want to do is take it, and what we want to do again is rotate it on its side. So we want to rotate it to the right, and you'll notice how part of it gets cut off. Isn't that so annoying, guys? Well, guess what? There's a way to avoid it. Click untransparent, but then you'll notice, oh no, everything that's in the selection box is covering the rest of the stuff with white. Well, there's a way to fix that too. Cut and paste this, and yeah, sure, you can do that, but click transparent now, and none of it gets cut off. Next thing that we are going to do is put it right there, and it has to be exact because it is going to leave exactly that much space left in both of the lines, and I'm going to take my headphones out because I don't need them. And we are going to paste another one of this line, and it has to be exactly matched up with the other one, which is perfect if you have it like that. We're going to do the same thing, except we're going to rotate it, and we are going to rotate it left or right, because it really doesn't matter. Either way, it will end up being vertical. However, you can see again that it gets cut off, so we want to untransparent, then cut, then paste, and then transparent like I did earlier. You can fast forward or rewind through parts of this video if it's giving you a little bit of trouble. But here we have a perfect plus sign, and we know for a fact that on Paint it is in fact a perfect plus sign. There's no way to make it better. And there's an empty pixel in the middle so we can see where we are. Isn't that so nice? Okay, so now we are going to, actually not. We are going to we're going to make a circle. We're going to zoom in to the certain points here. Let's make this circle red. You can do something different, but I'm going to make it red. And I'm going to take, as you can see, there's a white point there. We want to line it up to be in fact, the middle of this. Perfect. Now, as you can see, you can't get it in the middle, right or left. However, you can still make this perfect because when you transmit this into a bitmap, BMP, it has more pixels and will make this an odd number and automatically put it in the middle, which is what I like about that. So you don't have to stress about that. However, what we're going to do is do the same thing on the bottom, and then what you'll notice is that when we put it on the bottom and extend the sides out to be right and perfect and beautiful, the top and bottom get mixed up. Well, just fix the other side to be perfect, and you shouldn't have a problem. There you go. Everything is good. Now we have got a perfect circle. And we know for a fact that this circle is a perfect circle. Even if the bitmap didn't fix the even numbered stuff, it still all went to the left or to the bottom. So this is a perfect circle somewhere. Now, you can't just do this to make a perfect circle because you don't know it's perfect. You don't know if it's too much of an oval, or yeah, so that's why we had to do that. The next thing we have to do is so easy. We just have to copy and paste this a couple times. Oops, not cut and paste. We're still going to paste. So now what we want to do is 100% make sure that this is lined up. Now I should have zoomed in more when doing this, but I'm going to double check it after. So let us, in fact, zoom in. And how many times have I said in fact? That is perfect, and that is perfect. Same amount of pixels. Hold on. Yep, it's the exact same amount. There is no difference. Okay. Now, you could just try and make an octagon for those of you who have a good eye for things like that. I, in fact, have a decent eye for stuff like that, so I mean I could. But I'm going to do this with you guys, because it's just so much better that way. Don't you agree? Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do, that we're going to want to do, is make another circle. So we're just going to paste our old one here, and we're going to have the center point. Oh, this is hard, so I'm actually going to undo that. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, because that is what is needed to be done. Now this is tough, because you don't exactly know what you're getting into with the center point here. So what we need to do is now paste it, and just drag it so that you got the center. Now, this is why we have the pixel in the middle, so that it looks exact. So, we have, if the pixel goes up, it's good, because that's where it cuts off. So we're good in that terms. If it goes as far as we want it to go to the right, it should be red until it's not, which should be right here. So now we know that it is exactly in the center. Next thing we are going to do is take this point right here. We're going to zoom in as much as we can on that. We're going to take a different line. We're going to take a blue line because it looks official. And it is going to go to the very end. Not that it matters that much, but whatever. But it is, in fact, centered because it goes along with the rest of the line. Sorry, centered, not censored. We're not playing Hoonie Pop. So, now, what we're going to do is make sure that, in fact, our point right here passes through the midpoint of our first circle. Now, we're not going to be able to know this for a fact until we scroll down. We can see that it bypasses it, but it doesn't do it perfectly. So we're going to move this a little bit down to right here. And that's a little bit in the center. So what if we went right there? That, my friend, is in fact a perfect crossover to that edge of the circle. Now that we have that perfectly in line, what we're going to do is take these 2 points right here. Now this, my friend, is the toughest part, because we want to make sure that we have enough room. So we're just going to take everything and put it in the center. Once we've done so, we are going to take this line, we're going to make it dark gray, and we're going to put it exactly on that edge of the circle. And this is hard because this doesn't have a pixel in the middle, and it couldn't even if we wanted to. But let's just see. That is, in fact, perfect. So we are going to make another line over that, and this one we are going to cut and paste. I know we could have just copied that and pasted it, but no one really... You can't exactly. Never mind. So we're going to just take this and put it in an open area, and that's just so that we can select it again if we can with a rectangular selection. If you can't with a rectangular selection, then in fact what you're just going to do is take the free selection. but I tried to put it in a pretty free space already. Next thing you're going to do is take this line and put it exactly on the other side. And so the very end of the line should be marked as the middle. Next, what we're going to do is paste yet another one. So we need to do that. However, what we're actually going to do is cut this and bring it down. I meant to use the magnifying glass there. And we're going to paste it right over here. And we're gonna redo this area here. So let's make sure that it lines up perfectly like so. And we're going to leave off one because that's what we did down below. We're going to copy and paste this, and of course we're going to rotate it now to, this one matters, we have to rotate it to the left. If you rotate it to the right, you could do that like twice, but let's left, and you know what happens, so let's untransparent this, cut, paste, and make it transparent. So now that we have officially lost the middle, we're just going to mark this. We're just going to copy this, and we're going to undo that. So what I'm going to do is take a red line here. That's the middle. And I am going to now paste over this here. That is going to also interfere with the red line. And I'm trying to focus my eyes in on this. Dang it. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to paste another one. I know, right? Another? Can you believe me? There we go. Now we're going to copy and paste again, and since we deleted that other one, we're going to rotate it on its side. And this time to the right, has to be. And a lot of it gets cut off, so let's just untransparent and cut and paste and make it transparent. That is literally all I can come up with for stuff like that happening. It still overlaps by one, but we leave the red pixel in the middle. Then what you can do is just get rid of the red there. Get rid of the red. Ha. This might be a long video because it actually takes time to make an exact octagon. And so we just have to make sure, since it does reach the top of the paint thing, I think it still looks like it's the exact thing, but let's just make sure none of it got cut off by pasting another one and making sure that it does in fact match up. So rotate to the right. You might not have to do this because you probably made it a little bit lower because I'm stupid. And cut and paste. Oh, nope, that's not what I meant to do. And paste and transparent. You can actually invert the color. Okay, transparent. There you go. And so it is not exactly. It is not exactly exact. But we can just easily fix that. It's an easy fix. Sneezy fix. Sneezy fix. Okay. So let us look at that. So what we're going to do is just take a white line now. And actually we're going to take a red background. Oops, I meant to do a square here. My gosh, I clicked on the square that time. You guys saw that, right? And, oh my gosh, I clicked on the bucket. I swear I clicked on the bucket. And I have OCD, so we're just going to get rid of these here. Now you have to follow what I'm doing step by step. That's the only way to get a perfect octagon. And we can now paste that line again. Now, the reason that I am doing this, so that we can get an exact white one and make the background color red. You have to do that. Copy and paste. Now, yeah, sure, it's just a white line, but it's going to have to line up, which in this case would leave something apparently close to that, which goes down 1. And so that, my friends, makes it perfect. Now what we need to do is take this entire selection and draw a circle around it. Now this, my friend, is going to be hard to do. You just have to make sure that it touches and does nothing more than that. Right there. And we're going to go right there. And right there. And right there. And we have now made it perfect. And we're going to cut and paste this. Now we still have the background color as red, so we're just going to change everything to white right now. And we're going to go back down to here. And we are going to paste this again right here so that it is perfectly in center, which is right there. And we're going to, and now as you can see, we have a point right there. Paste. We're going to make this a center point as well. And paste. Now this is very skilled geometry, by the way, just if you were wondering. And paste, it just has to be exact, because that is the only way. If you don't know what I'm doing, I am putting the center of the circle here where it overlaps with this, the first of 3 red circles. Paste, and yeah, it becomes a very, very, very crowded document. So that is something that can get a little bit confusing. Now this is tricky because the gray overlaps it, but we've still got it. Paste. Oh gosh, guys, this is a nightmare. Okay. Perfect, and paste. And now what we need to do is put that exactly in the center right there. And you will then notice how it ends up to be something like that. Now we want to take the green, a green line, a very contrasting and different color. We're going to make it a little more bold. We're just going to go from line to line here, making sure that we connect these points very well. Which is actually coming out decently. However, we have just encountered a problem because these two do not appear parallel. Oops, why did I do that? Oh gosh, guys. Right, I want to just make a line. Why didn't you tell me that? You will notice how we have failed. However, what we haven't failed with is this part right here. So we are going to this time take a free from selection and do that. You're going to wonder why. Edit copy. I know, guys, it's getting very trippy. From all that, we only got this. And now I'm going to paste that again. And we are going to rotate it, but we're going to flip it horizontally. And we are also going to rotate it again to rotate on its right, I believe. No. Let me see. Oh, wait. Oh, paste. Rotate horizontally and rotate it vertically. So rotate horizontal, rotate vertical. That way it is exact. But, you know, I seriously have to do that again. Rotate horizontal, rotate vertical. Geez, this is really, really, really trippy. And we are just going to eliminate this mess, if you will. But we are getting to our perfect octagon, do not worry. So cut. And now it's literally just these two guys in the same room together. So let's just move them a little bit closer together. Now the only part we have left to do is figure out how close together they need to be, which is very simple. We need to imitate a line, such as this one right here. You have to make sure that the green overlaps perfectly, which is a very precise job that you actually need probably some of the best eyes for. If you don't, just zoom in. And as you can see, the line is now imitated. Now we have this. We're going to rotate on its side. We're going to flip it horizontally first. And we're going to flip it vertically. Let me actually rotate right. Wow, guys. Okay, what's going on? Oh, stupid me. I did the wrong line. We can just literally select this line right here. So, yeah, just discard what we literally only have to select this line right here. And we're going to copy and paste it. So now that we have that, we want to rotate again. Sorry. Horizontally. No, that doesn't matter. Rotate horizontally again. Now we're going to rotate vertically, actually, because that's not important either. So we're going to rotate. We're going to flip on its right side. Yeah, that's what it needs to be. So we're, as you know how to do already, we're going to make it untransparent, eliminate the transparency, and then we're going to cut and paste and make it transparent again, and make sure that it intersects directly right there. Just undo dragging that though. Oh, actually, you know, we can't. But whatever, because let's just select it again. Here. Doom-ba-doom. And copy and paste. And since we didn't get the whole thing, we're going to leave it like that. And the last piece of the octagon is finally going to be assembled. My eyes are bloodshot from focusing in on this screen so much. But guys, it's not perfectly like rotated the right way, but it is, I can guarantee you, a perfect octagon. And since this is a different color, we can just take all these other colors here and fill them in with white now that they are not important, because we have our, in fact, perfect to the molecule, and I take those words to my grave, octagon. Oh, gosh, this is just taking so long. We should have probably done this before we copied and pasted, but whatever. So without further ado, that is a perfect octagon. You can do whatever you want with it. You can make it unperfect. You can undo that. There's no saying. So I'm going to save this as perfect octagon. And you're looking at my other pictures, of course, but whatever. And that's pretty much all. Thank you for watching, and I hope you had a nice time. Bye.